Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my whole glow up, my whole transformation, both mental and physical. Before I start this video, I just want to say I'm not trying to put any pressure on looking a certain way or fitting a certain size. This is not about that. It's about a mental and physical transformation. So it's about focusing on the feeling, not looking a certain way. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you on my personal journey. I'm going to be talking about the before, when I hit rock bottom. I'm going to be talking about the changes I made, including mindset, nutrition, fitness, and lifestyle. Okay, so let's start with my before, when I hit my so-called rock bottom. It was around like 2018, 2019. My hormones just started going crazy. I experienced a lot of issues with my thyroid and I literally gained like 40 pounds in about 6 months. And I just want to clarify, I'm not saying I was ever heavy or overweight. It was just a lot of weight for me to gain in such a short period, and it made me not feel like myself. So the weight gain and everything that came with it just really messed up my lifestyle. I no longer felt like myself. I was super insecure. I was so unhappy. I was never in a good mood and I didn't fit in my clothes anymore. So it was around this time that I just became super vulnerable and desperate to try literally anything I could. I tried the keto diet. I literally worked out for like 3 hours a day. I never let my body rest. I was super restrictive with food, and then I would binge, and then I would be mad at myself for binging. It was just this never-ending cycle, and I didn't know what to do. So I had to change something, and honestly, the biggest change I made was my mindset. I stopped working out, I stopped all my restrictive habits, I stopped following a diet, and I just started listening to my body. Which is way harder than it sounds because I was so used to following certain diet restrictions, following a super strict workout routine, that I didn't know how to listen to my body anymore. And during this time, I fluctuated weight a lot. I would gain, I would lose a bit, it was really frustrating. But I kept telling myself that I needed this time for my body to heal, so whatever weight I was gaining was all part of the process. So I just kept listening to my body, and if my body was craving cake, I would eat cake. If my body was craving salad, I would eat a salad. I was doing whatever it was telling me to. And this is when I realized that I just needed to focus on feeling good and doing things that made me feel good instead of looking a certain way. Like I said, I was just listening to my body. I stopped listening to diet culture. I stopped listening to my modeling agent telling me to do keto. I stopped listening to my friend asking me to try out the new diet. And I just listened to my body. Well, I just went back to the basics for nutrition. I started focusing on as many whole and real and unprocessed foods as I could, and I stopped restricting myself. And I noticed when I stopped picking up a Quest bar instead of a meal, I would actually get full and satisfied, and I didn't feel the need to binge, which also helps me stop bloating. It helped me stop binging, and it just helps my mindset overall. So the main things that I did for nutrition is I started listening to my body for one. I started following the 80-20 rule, which is essentially 80% healthy, 20% indulgence. I increased my protein intake and I focused on real and whole and unprocessed foods. Okay, so now fitness. I only started letting myself go back to the gym once I felt like I was at a good place with my nutrition and mindset. So I stopped viewing working out as a way of burning off calories and trying to look a certain way, and instead I started seeing it as a way to boost my energy and just make me feel good. So I started to try new workouts. I got a workout buddy, and I would just focus on doing the workouts that would make me feel good. And then once I was comfortable with those, I would start challenging myself to try new things. So I stopped working out as a punishment. I stopped seeing it as a punishment for eating that extra slice of pizza, and instead saw it as something that would boost my energy and mood. Now I'm going to talk about the lifestyle that I incorporated and the routine I got myself into. So I made myself get into a routine, which for me, it meant in the morning, I would be waking up early, I would make my bed, I would make myself a balanced breakfast, I would go for a quick walk or move my body in some way before I start the day. And then during work, I would make sure to prioritize taking little breaks, whether it's going for a walk, getting some fresh air, calling a friend, just so I didn't feel like I was burning out throughout the day. And I integrated cooking and fitness into my lifestyle, which was one of the biggest things for me because it's almost like a form of meditation or therapy for me. When I'm cooking, I put my phone down, I'm not going on my phone. I'm just taking it as a moment for me, and then I get to enjoy the wonderful food that I make afterwards. Essentially, I just stopped doing anything that made me feel bad. If I was going on Instagram and caught myself just comparing myself to other people, I would delete Instagram for a little bit. I would stop socializing with people that would make me feel bad. I just stopped spending time on anything that made me feel like not my best self. So I just started treating myself like my #1 priority, and it started to show. I noticed tons of differences both mentally and physically. So to conclude this video, the things that you should take away, for one, is the 80-20 rule. It's my favorite thing ever. 80% healthy, 20% indulgence. Number two, the importance of listening to your body because it will literally just tell you what you need. Number three, remember that everything takes time. This was not an overnight change for me. This took probably around a year. And last but not least, remember to focus on becoming the best possible version of you. It's not about becoming someone else or comparing yourself to someone else or looking a certain way. It's about becoming the best possible version of you. That's the end of my TED Talk. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, bye.